Hello, hello. There has been some hunter changes. Pretty massive ones, actually. Not gonna lie. So, I'll start over by going through every hunter thing, and then I will go over to the survival hunter ones later. But first off, we have natural mending that you get for free. Now, one thing that's kind of cool with this natural mending is that it's stronger than our old natural mending. So it's like you get like 2.5 talent points worth of the old one, you know? So it's gonna be really, really strong. Then second of all, you just get Reach of Wind. This is gonna be the exact same as if you had 2 points in the thing before, so that's pretty good. Then you get Post Haste. Now, this is gonna be a little bit of a nerf. How it was before, it was 40% move speed. 50 actually, never mind. And now it's gonna be 25, which is kind of sad, but I mean, it is what it is. Then here you have the Hunter's Avoidance, which isn't really going to be taken. I would assume you would probably take this into some stuff like Windwalker Monk or like Demon Hunter, like who have like a lot of AoE damage, but it's not really that good, so we could just skip over it. Then over here, we're just having improved kill shot. Now, it is nerfed by half in PvP, but still just pretty decent to get, just so you can get concussive shot regardless. Now, the one thing that I'm still very disappointed in is the fact that it's still steady shot will increase the duration of concussive shot on the target. I don't know how they couldn't implement kill command or mongoose bite to do this for us, but I don't know. Maybe next expansion that will happen. I don't know. Then here we just have trank darts, so same thing as before. Then here we have tar trap, so you would just take it. Over here we have natural mending, which I don't think will be like an unnecessary talent to pick up, especially because Ment Pet heals for 100% more in PvP, so it can be a fun thing to take, but it's not really gonna be a necessary talent. Then over here we have natural survival of the fittest, which has gotten a little bit of a rework. Now, I wanted to show the tooltip, but it's currently bugged, but it's just last 6 seconds, 20% damage reduction. But yeah, now they've made it a 30% damage reduction and a 2-minute CD, which is going to be pretty good. Then here we just have Tar Trap Root, not bad, can't complain. Kick. Here we have something new though, something new that you can pick between. Now you have something that is extremely useless and only really good for PvE. And then you have Trank Shot now purchase 2 things. This is absolutely insane. You purge 2 things, that's crazy. Then over here we have Misdirection. It's only gonna be played whenever you play with the Interlope talent, so that's kind of interesting. Scare Bee is not bad, pretty easy to take, so that's another viable option. Here we have 2 charges of our wall. Yeah, you take it. Here we'll just have a like CDR and duration for the thing, our wall, and then also 2 seconds less on muscle and counter shot. So you'll have 13-second cooldown on your muscle, which is gonna be kind of cool. Then here is just 10% bomb damage, so you just take that. Then here you have Trank Shot on kick, also gives you 10 focus, which is not that good, not that bad, but you will take it, so you can go down to Binding Shot over here. This is just whenever you misdirect your pet, they take less damage, kind of fun. Then over here you can't not be slowed below 80% of your normal movement speed while Shira is active, which I mean this will never be picked. I don't know. It is pretty good, but the fact you have to take misdirection to get it just doesn't make it worth it at all in like any galaxy. Then here you just have Intimidation, Explosive Shot, and Binding Shot, and you're kind of forced to kind of go all 3 based on how the bottom trees will work. But yeah, it's the exact same thing. It's just Intimidation, Explosive Shot, and Binding Shot. You know how they work. If you don't, you can read the tooltip over here. Yeah. Then here you just have Scrappy, which is just Wildfire Bomb reduces the CD of your Intim and Binding by 0.5. Pretty good. You will just take it. Then over here you have Intimidation can be caused without a pet. Doesn't really do anything for survival, so you can kind of skip down this one. Then here you just have 2.5 increased attack speed. That is very useless. Then over here you have Knock Trap and Steel Trap. Now, I mean, finally we are able to get these two. Instead of having to pick between Intim and Knock Trap. Now, I am a pretty big Knock Trap enjoyer. I think it's the most fun over here. Steel Trap, of course, is also pretty good, but I think it loses value since they added the Tartar Brute on DR. So it's kind of rare that you can get a full 6-second Steel Trap. It's usually going to be 3 seconds. And the damage is like one of the worst things I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if it's a bug, but you have almost 7 million health. Like 6 million. And Steel Trap does 30k damage over 20, so this is obviously not going to be taken for the damage. It's only for the root. So yeah, I think we'll just go Knock Trap. But then again, this will just depend on the game. They're both pretty good. Then over here we have 2% crit, which is going to be 4% crit. Not bad, but we'll see, we'll see. And then over here you have 1 second longer on your binding. Now, I'm not too sure how they're going to make it with the CC duration next expansion, but I'm assuming that you're going to be... This is going to be like a 4-second stun on your binding shot, which is going to be pretty good because then you have like, you know, first go you can maybe do intimidation into a trap, and then second go you can maybe binding shot the healer into a trap, as an example, right? One thing also that is really, really good with this is the fact that I think you can play with a Disc Priest next expansion and it will actually be insane because you can use binding shot on the kill target. Or maybe you can even play with like a mage, like I don't know. Like the fact that you just get binding shot for free and it's a 4-second stun kind of just opens you up to like multiple other comps in my opinion, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Because the one issue with binding shot whenever you're playing something like either jungle or thug cleave is that it can put a lot of people on DR, which is something that you don't really want. So you're just gonna have to be a little bit cleaner when it comes to using this, but I mean it's obviously really good that we get to use this as well. We just get like a free spell, you know? Then over here we have Knock Trap, I mean Bursting Shot or Scatter Shot. Now for the most part you will go Scatter Shot, it's just probably the best option in most cases. But one thing to keep in mind is the fact that Bursting Shot isn't on any Knock DR in the entire game, meaning that you can Bursting Shot into Knock Trap, which is kind of cool. But yeah, for the most part, you will just take Scatter Shot. Then over here we have Kindling Flare. Now, I mean, I don't really understand the point of this talent. It just seems like the biggest role player talent I've ever read in my entire life. I feel like it makes no sense. But sure. Then here we have Trailblazer, which is like gonna be a must-have talent because it goes down to Roar of Sacrifice. Here we have Binding Shackles. I mean, it's an okay defensive ability. It's a lot better than what it was back in the day, only because you have access to Knock Trap and Binding Shot and Scatter and Intim all at the same time. That can you can gain effect from this way easier. I don't think it's gonna be the best talent, but I mean, it's not bad. It's like definitely way more pickable now than what it was before. Then here we just have Camo. Now the thing about Camo is that you're just gonna take it all the time because it leads into Death Chakrams and also improved traps. But yeah, we also have this. Scatter and Bursting will... I mean... I don't know. I feel like it's, you know, I don't know if it's the best talent, but it's not the worst. But I don't know if it's very good. But it might be okay, but I feel like it's too You know what I mean? So I don't really have like an opinion on it, but it's not really something that I think is that good. Then over here we just have 4% movement speed. It's pretty mid. Can't really complain. Then over here we have Roar of Sacrifice. You take it. Here you gain 5% more crit chance from your critical sources. So I'm not too sure if this is like only your gear or if it's from other, like, I'm not too sure how good this is, but now you guys know it exists. I don't know how good it is, but it exists, so that's something. And then we have, whenever a trap triggers, you gain Asbel Toshida for 3 seconds. I mean, I don't think it's very good, but you can, it's playable, I guess. The thing is, like, okay, you will see later, you have a lot of different options of what you will pick. And then here you would just go, I mean, Born to be Wild, crazy good. Really, really good talent here. Then you have Gillisust, which I'm not too sure why this exists, but I mean, I guess it's pretty fun. And then here you just have improved traps, which you will just take every single time. And then here, you know, you just have more damage, so you take it. Death Chakrams, do you take it? Now, here's the thing, right? You have 2 points left over. Oh yeah, also this is Fang Death and Turtle will remove poison and disease, which is pretty good. Can't complain. The one thing that's actually really, really fun with this is the fact that against rogues, they're slows, they're poisons, right? So you can actually feign death slows again into only rogues, but it's like, it's a fun thing, you know? So, but here's the thing, right? You kind of just have 2 points left over. You can sort of do whatever you want with these talent points. I don't know what will be the default, what will be the best, but I mean, I'm gonna assume you can probably, I mean, you can't really go wrong with like either taking the 4% crit from Keen Eye or taking something like Emergency and then Pathfinding or something. But like, you can even go Binding Shackles as like a default. Like, this default, I'm not too sure. You can maybe even go these two for the funsies here, but I'm not entirely sure what is going to be the best. You just kind of have 2 points left over. You can do whatever you want with, which I think is really fun, because that means that you won't lose that much if you really need this talent, for example, you know? Because nothing else really does anything. So you're just stuck in a scenario where you have like 2 points left over to do whatever you want with, but I guess for right now I'm just going to take this. But I think realistically I might just go 4% more crit. But I mean, maybe this talent is really good, and then maybe with this, like, I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, that's about the Hunter tree. I think it's pretty good. I don't really have any big gripes with it. The only issue that I have is that some talents feel really weird. As an example, I don't know what this talent really does. This talent seems really weird. This talent seems really weird. It's just like 4% movement speed, I guess. Like, I feel like maybe this could have been like a raid slot talent, you know? Like, maybe this could have been like, oh, you know, the Windwalker movement speed increase talent that they have. Like, maybe that could have been something. Or this talent seems really weird. Like, I don't know. It just, maybe it would be fine if you could use camouflage in combat, but it's a bit... I mean, I guess you could have the argument that you can take Gillisust and then like macro Feign Death camo, so you have like a... But then it's like a 3 second 20... like, I don't know, it seems too mid, but yeah. And then, yeah, that's kind of it, what I don't like. Everything else is, I think, is kind of fun, kind of sick. Pretty big fan. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's go over to the Hunter tree. Here we just have Kill Command. Not bad. Then here we just have Wildfire Bomb. Kind of fun. This is just 2 charges of your bomb. Here we have Lunge. It's just more CDR on your bomb. Quick Shots, kind of shit. We can just go over it later. Raptor Strike, it's just more damage. Tip of the Spear. Now, they have changed Tip of the Spear to now be... Instead of only affecting your Mongoose Bite / Raptor Strike, it affects all of your spells. Or direct damage spells, which is like flanking strikes, explosive shot, I think, pretty sure, kill shot, wildfire bomb, you know? So you have more options with the Tip of the Spear. And also, it doesn't consume all the stacks at once. How it works is that it it just takes 1 stack. So if you have like 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear and you cast 1 bomb, you will be left with 2 stacks, etc. Yeah. Here's your Smorgasbite. It's good. And here we have Kill Command. There's an additional 10% chance to reset the CD. Increases damage by 100% when it crits. Okay. And then it also increases the damage of the Tip of the Spear bonus based on your crit. So you're gonna be a pretty crit reliant. Not crit reliant, but like you synergize well with crit, which is kind of also why I was like, maybe you can take Keen Insight. But maybe you take this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with the gearing. I'm not too sure. I gotta do some testing. So it's still very early, so yeah. Then over here we have Wildfire Infusion, which they have changed. You no longer have your 3 special bombs. Now you just have 1 bomb. And that's gonna be the bomb that you have. But at least you get Kill Command visit the CD by bomb by 2 seconds. So you have a lot of CDR on your bomb by pressing Kill Command and also with your lunge. But yeah, it's just, you just have a big chance to reset. Yeah, you can't really complain. Not bad. Here's just more damage. Can't complain. Butchery, bad. This is bad. Just 2 charges of Kill Command. Can't really complain. Take it. Harpoon over here. Not bad. Then over here we have Eagle. Pretty fun, so you just take it. Then here we have a bomb, more damage, and also 12% chance to reduce the CD of your explosive shot. And also explosive shot reduces the CD by your bomb. So you have a lot of inbuilt CDR, and that's kind of cool. Then here you have flanking. So here you can see how Tip works. It just does more damage. That's kind of it, yeah. It's just AoE piss. Here you just have Serpent Sting. Now, one thing that is kind of sad is that you don't actually have Serpent Sting as a button. It just doesn't really exist anymore. So this is the one thing that you have to proc Serpent Sting. But then again, you have so many other keybinds, so I feel like it's not really gonna be that big of a deal. But yeah, here you just have Bloodseeker. Can't really complain. It's just damage. Yeah, sure, fine. Why not? It's not the greatest, but it's like it's there, you know. And then here you just have Harpoon CDR. Pretty mandatory, I would say, but yeah. Then you have more damage, which is pretty mandatory also. And here's just more damage. Pretty mandatory. This one that I glossed over, this is just, it's basically just, so Flanking Strikes has a like a meaning in AoE, where it basically makes it so your Kill Command becomes AoE after pressing Flanking Strikes. So, I mean, it's fine, it does a little bit more damage as well, but I don't know if it's going to compete with the other talents. This is beyond useless. This is also beyond useless, for PvP, of course. And then this one is just pretty good, so you kind of just take it. Alright. Here you just have, so it's currently bugged, but I would assume it's going to be 5 and 10%. Just guessing it's going to be 5 and 10%. More damage on your Monkey Spite. Here we just have 4 seconds off your bomb, but I mean, you already have so much CDR. I'm not too sure how good it is going to be, but it's something, I guess. Here we just have 5% more Kill Command. Actually 10%. But it's really good because it goes down into these 2 bad boys. Here we just have Fury of the Eagle, which is, you know, yeah, it's gonna be really good for your AoE. That's about it. But here we have Coordinated Assault, which is kind of massive. So the only thing that they have changed with this is that they made it so the kill shot portion is also baked into Coordinated without the talent that was Coordinated kill. Yeah, without this. So yeah, that is like the one thing that I guess they have done. Then here you just have Spearhead. Now they have reworked Spearhead. Now you have a higher crit chance against them, which is kind of fun. So you'll take it. Then here we have either you get a 1 minute cooldown on your Coordinated Assault, which is kind of massive, or your Coordinated Assault now also makes your Kill Command apply 2 stacks of Tip of the Spear. You get 10% haste, and the spear damage is increased by 50% as well. So note that this is not like you don't get a 50% damage increase. So as an example, right? If my tip of the spear damage is increased by 15%, it's going to be 50% off of this, which is 7.5. So it's going to go up to 22.5 per stack instead of 15, because I saw some people in Twitch chat just like, oh my god, 50% more damage, but that is like not how that works. It's like, yeah, I mean, so it's like good, but it's not crazy good, which means there's an argument that maybe you just take this. Maybe, I don't know, this looks good. 1 minute charge, big fan. And then here you just have, this actually seems incredibly fun. So whenever you press coordinated, you get 2 charges of bomb, kind of cool. But then at the very end, it reduces the CD of your explosive shot by 100%, and it doesn't have a focus cost. And also, if you press explosive shot on a target that already has explosive shot, it instantly triggers, which means at the very end of your coordinated, you can do 4 coordinated, you can do 4 explosive shots in a row, and they all do a lot of damage. So that seems really, really fun. And then here, this is also insane. You get a 1 minute cooldown on your spearhead, and not only do you get 30% crit chance, you also get 30% more crit damage against them. So this is crazy. So this is probably what I think is going to be the build that I will go for the most part. I think it seems pretty intuitive, pretty good, can't really complain. The only thing that I would maybe change, depending on the numbers and everything, is like, I mean, you could remove Bloodseeker for explosive experts, or you could go for quick shots, because you have with your wildfire infusion, you know, they also have a chance to reduce the CD of your kill command. So you have like more chances than normal, but like then again, the damage of your arcane shot is kind of mid anyway. Does like 70k, so it's gonna do 140k. But then if you compare that to like a Mongoose Bite, you know, like a Mongoose Bite is, it's like 180. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's like kind of mid. I don't know. I feel like the chance is like too low. I feel like it might just be better to go Bloodseeker, but then again, this is like kind of whatever. It's just damage numbers. You'll just pick whatever makes the most sense. So yeah, here are the talents. Here are the spells. But then we also have this talent tree. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have already glossed over this. Like this video isn't really about to be talking about these two. They've been out for like 3 months or whatever. But if you want my opinion, I think you're probably gonna go pack leader. Especially this talent seems really, really good now. Den recovery, with the fact that you have 2 charges of your survival of the fittest, and also the fact that the cooldown is decreased to 90 seconds. So the healing that you seem to get from this are looking a little bit crazy out there, a little bit crazy. Now also there's one misconception as well. The meant pet portion doesn't heal the hunter, it heals the pet. The pet gets the den recovery buff, so that's also something that is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I don't really have like an opinion on these, because it's like whatever, it's just passive damage. I could just quickly gloss over it, but this is just kill command makes it so your next kill command does more damage. Whenever your kill command does more damage, your next Mongoose Bite makes your pet do more damage. Your pet crits more, your pet crits more. This healing effect seems pretty good. I mean, you seem immortal with this. Disengage range, pretty good. On your attacks, can't really complain. This seems kinda useless. This is just your kill command has a chance to do more damage. It's like, okay. These two, they don't do anything. This is just more kill shot damage. This is whenever you do the big kill command, they have a 50% chance to make your next Mongoose Bite do 100% more damage. No, do 30% more damage, but it costs no focus, which is pretty good. This one I think is really, really fun. And then this is just like, whenever you have coordinated assault, your kill your big kill command and the pet attack that you do from the Mongoose Bite after doing the big kill command does more damage. That's pretty much it. Which is also why I think it might just be worth it to go for the lower CD. I think this might be better than the big one, because this doesn't seem to be that, like, it doesn't seem big enough to make it so where you have to pick this talent. Like, this just seems like it might just be better. Kinda. That's just me. I mean, 1 minute on Spearhead and, like, it's so low. Like, surely the lower CD has to be the move. It lasts for 20 seconds. Like, I would, like, bet my life that you would, like, almost always go this, but that's just me, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of it with the talents. And then I can quickly just gloss over the new mastery that we got, which is just, you know, actually really, really fun. You do more damage based on... Okay, if you're within 25 yards of your pet, which is kind of like this distance, I'm gonna guess. Checking. Hello, this is further. Okay, wait, what? Can the... Oh, wait, what? There's like a grace period. Nah, wait, what, really? That is broken. Wait, hello? Where's the buff? Oh. Wait, do I need to be melee range? Wait, I am learning stuff. Okay, wait, let me see. Can the buff go away? Okay, so if it's doing like 183k. 183? Okay, but what is... Hello? Can I get the buff back? Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know. The tooltip doesn't seem to work. I don't know. But if you have a grace period, this seems so cool. Can I, like, go back and get the buff back? Oh, you can! Wait, what? Okay, with the grace period, this is just like, you would almost just have this up the entire game. I cannot believe that there's a grace period. What? I just learned this. But yeah, anyway. You just do more damage. So the one thing is that the damage reduction that you get is always going to be 6%. It doesn't scale with mastery, right? So I can remove my gear. You can see it is 6%. You know, I can equip my gear again. And oopsie daisy. It is still 6%. Now, it's probably going to be, I mean, it's 12% because it's doubled when you're nearby your pet, which you will be for the most part. So, I'm just guessing. I think gearing will probably just be like... Honestly, I mean, all your stats seem really, really good. Obviously, haste is really good. Because you have so many spells, you need like the lowest global cooldown possible. Mastery seems really good because of the damage reduction and also like the damage that you will deal from it. But then again, you could have the argument that you don't necessarily need to have that much mastery, since the damage reduction portion doesn't scale. And I don't know how well the actual damage scales, but it seems to scale pretty well. Okay, look at it like this. Your versatility, I have 19,000 and it's 24% damage increase, right? Whereas this is 28% more damage and I have 6k of it. So I think the damage portion of your mastery scales really, really well. It might actually scale way higher than Verse. So I don't know, Versa seems kind of a shit stat. Sort of. You might just drop a lot of Versa to just get a little bit more haste, mastery, and crit, which you can afford to do because you have so much damage reduction baked into your own mastery. Because crit is so good, because crit gives you more damage on kind of just everything. But especially with your flanker's advantage. Because it makes it so your crit chance is increased. You know, so this is not like 15%. Let's see what it actually is. If I can do a Monker's Plate, let me see, what is it? Yeah, 26%. You know, it's a because it scales with your crit, right? So it's like more than 15. Because yeah, so some people may say that like, oh, but crit is so RNG, but like, it's not actually that RNG. Crit isn't really that RNG because it affects this the same all the time. So this might make it so Keen Insight becomes better. This maybe becomes better. I don't know. I don't know the numbers. Not too sure. This is just like a video to just like show everyone my thoughts on the talents and everything. And I think it's kind of cool. I'm a big fan. The only thing that I don't like, again, is the fact that we still have steady shot increasing conk shot. This I do not understand why, but and also this talent is like this talent is like very this talent is very but everything else I love. This is so fun. This is so fun. The fact that you have scatter, binding, knock trap, it's so fun. It seems really fun. Seems really hard to play, but really fun. And I love the new mastery. So overall, I'm a big fan. I guess you also lose Serpent Sting. Rest in peace, Serpent Sting. As like a button, not as like a spell, but like as a button. Which I guess also rest in peace, Latent Poison. But you know what? Some things, they just have to go. Okay, it just is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of just like a quick video that I wanted to make. This is so unscripted and shit. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I just wanted to say hello and stuff. But yeah, yeah, okay. But I mean, I have to go. Okay, it's like 4 in the morning. I'm so tired. Okay, bye.